Hello, Dr. Martoni here with a public service announcement. This is something that happens this week. Yes, exactly. It happens this week in the Northern Hemisphere, and if you're not conscious about it, you and the people around you will be sick in 3 to 4 weeks. What is it? Well, got a little bit of a hint or a little clue behind me. So there are so many different things that happen this time of year that put such a stress on our system. The first one being, if you look at the summertime, in the summertime, from sunrise to sunset, the sun's typically out about 16 hours. Right now, the sun's only out in the Northern Hemisphere right around 11.2 hours. So we are significantly losing the sun. And when you lose the sun in December, when the sun's at the shortest moment, we'll only have 10 hours of sunlight. Think about that, 10 hours of sunlight. And one of the major stresses on our systems is that when the sun sets, we're as a species are supposed to go to bed soon after that. But now we have all these artificial lights, and we put a significant stress on our system when we stay up past that sunrise. I mean, when we stay up past sunset. So now, what's happening this week that's going to get you sick in 4 weeks? You won't get sick right away. And that is the time change. We are falling back. What that means is we are actually going to bed an hour later. Now, we're going to bed an hour later, and some will say, well, yeah, but we're also waking up an hour later. We're getting an extra hour of sleep. That puts a significant stress on our system. What happens is the World Health Organization, this big global entity, did a big, huge study and found that the risk, we're talking billions of people, your risk of a cardiac incident increases by 20% whether you fall back or spring ahead. It doesn't matter. Your risk of cardiac incident increases. And that is just because of the time change. So let me give you some other reasons why you can be sick during, why you get sick during this time. Time change is one of them. Sunsets, sunrises, and it's getting shorter sunrises, sunsets, it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Becomes critically important to supplement with vitamin D, and I'll talk about that in a second. Vitamin D becomes significantly important. So now, sunrise and sunset, loss of vitamin D. What else happens? Air is getting a lot cooler. And your body needs to fight. One of its core principles, or one of its core systems, is its metabolism, because it needs to fight to stay at 98 degrees. And in cooler weather, what it really does is it depletes your body of vital resources to be able to keep it there. So just nurture that. Bundle yourself up. Dress warm appropriately. Don't go outside with shorts and a t-shirt because you're hot, because I guarantee you your body is working overtime to keep you there. So make sure that, so vitamin D, bundle up. Now the next thing is the air gets drier. As we go into the winter time, your body is like a humidifier. You're losing water all day long. You actually need to drink more water during the winter time than you do during the summertime. And that's because we're just losing water all day long. We're a walking dehumidifier. And number 3, you want to make sure that you focus on live foods. Because ultimately, where do we get our energy from? Yes, the sun. We get our energy ultimately from the sun. So the sun transfers its energy to a leaf, then it transfers energy to a fruit. And when you eat live food, you're actually getting harnessed sun energy. So when we eat dead foods, or like a donut, what happens, it takes a lot more energy to break that down than we get nutritional value out of it. So it depletes our system. So it's so important to make sure that we're starting to maintain and that we're maintaining and we're staying on top of eating live foods. So let's highlight vitamin D. In the recommendation, my recommendation for vitamin D now, what I do with my patients, which has changed, is taking 50,000 IUs of vitamin D one time per week. Not taking it every day. I like to super dose, because you'll notice when you take that vitamin D, let's say on a Monday, you get a super amount of energy. You feel strong, you feel great, and then it depletes, and then you'll take it again the next week, and you do it once a week. That is my recommendation that I found works. My recommendation is that 50,000 IUs one time per week starting at the beginning of the week, and it pushes you through the next week. That's what we've been doing with my patients very effectively. And sleep. Make sure you sleep if you can. Yes, I told you to get to bed an extra half an hour later right now. But if you're going to exercise and you're going to want to get a lot of performance out of your body, and you're going to do that during the winter time, you need more rest, okay? Because your metabolism, if you want to speed up your metabolism, you're going to need to get more sleep, because that is ultimately where your body heals and repairs. So, more sleep. So right now, go to bed an extra half an hour later, and it would be good to be able to get an extra half an hour sleep, get more vitamin D in you, get that skin exposed to the sun, eat live foods, keep yourself warm, and stay hydrated. This is my public service announcement. It's not the person next door to you that gets you sick. It's not your spouse that gets you sick. It's not your kids that get you sick. The person over there can spit in my eye and I still won't get sick. You want to know why? Because I know these things and I prepare myself. And if you prepare yourself, you don't have to worry about the flu season. Where does the flu go during the summertime? It doesn't go anywhere. It's always here. It's these things that are around us that are stressing our systems. And by all means, please, last thing, keep your spine adjusted. Make sure spinal alignment is critical in being able to maintain a healthy nervous system, because your nervous system controls everything. Thank you. Any questions? Private message me, and I don't know, maybe we'll figure it out. Thank you.